Graduates, please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Trustee Bernadette Nuttall, Superintendent Dr. Michael Hinojosa, Executive Director Dr. Stanley Monroe, and honored guests. My name is Scott Roods, and as principal, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts Class of 2018. Our theme for the 2017-28 school year was Where You Belong. I think back to the very beginnings of this class, when I first met most of these seniors and their parents at our very first I Am Booker T Day in the spring of 2014. I remember speaking then about how excited I was that these students and their families would be joining the BTW family. I also recall encouraging these bright-eyed students to take advantage of their opportunities, but not to take them for granted. Each of the members of the class of 2018 spent the next years finding their place at Booker T, and I'm extraordinarily proud of how they have exemplified this sense of belonging as part of our family. Seniors, never forget that you will always belong to the extended family of Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. Tonight, we will celebrate the accomplishments of these 224 graduates over their 4 years with us as students. As we assemble here this evening, we are bound together by our common past, recognizing how precious and sacred this gift of life is for each of us. This class has experienced triumphs and tragedies on their journey to this day. I would ask that each of you join me in a moment of silence as we remember those that we have lost over the past 4 years. Thank you. Before we honor our graduates, it is important to recognize the critical supporters that have mentored and guided the class of 2018 to this milestone in their lives. For over 40 years, Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts has produced thousands of graduates who have made this world a better place through their passion and their art. This was made possible through the incredible dedication of the faculty and staff at our school. I'm consistently awed by their unwavering enthusiasm and commitment to our students and the countless hours they spend supporting them. At this time, I would like for all of our Booker T faculty and staff members to stand so that we may recognize you for all that you do. Please stand. Thank you. Truly, there cannot be enough opportunities to thank this next group of supporters. They have balanced their schedules to get these students to and from school. They have come early and stayed late to ensure that these students could take advantage of every performance, exhibition, and yes, even tutoring sessions on their path to this commencement ceremony. They celebrated with these graduates when they were accepted, consoled them during difficult times, and patiently tolerated their flare-ups of senioritis this school year. So I would like for all parents and family members to rise so that we can join our graduates in applauding you for your love and support. Please stand. Most of you are aware of the amazing accomplishments of the class of 2018, but I would like to highlight a few of them now. Throughout their high school journey, these graduates have been recognized at the local, state, and national levels for their artistic and academic excellence. Seated behind me tonight are Advanced Placement Scholars, National Merit Commended Scholars, AP Strategies Young Masters, TMEA Music All-State Performers, Downbeat Award winners, ACTSO winners, bronze, silver, and gold medalists for Scholastic Art and Writing, Next Generation Jazz Award winners, and Young Arts Honorable Mention, Merit Award winners, and finalists. In addition, we are excited to have one of our graduates who is counted among only 20 United States Presidential Scholars in the Arts for 2018. As I shared during our baccalaureate ceremony yesterday, our founder, Dr. Paul Baker, stated that there is genius in everyone. I often use this quote to describe our school, and it certainly is applicable to the graduates of the class of 2018. As one of this nation's best visual and performing arts high schools, it is part of our mission to prepare these students for success, not only in artistic fields, but to prepare them to be successful scholars. Over 97% of this graduating class will matriculate directly into a college, university, or conservatory. When these students were freshmen, the class of 2015 accumulated over $27.5 million in scholarship offers, an impressive amount. In the following years, through hard work, determination, and success during our annual college showcase and other auditions and applications, each graduating class continued to make their mark with college acceptances and scholarships. This class is no different. I am pleased to announce that these graduates of the class of 2018 earned an amazing $48.2 million in scholarship offers. We have the unique privilege of hosting our commencement ceremonies in this beautiful venue, the Meyerson Symphony Hall. Although it has already been stated to the graduates and to this audience, I again wish to emphasize that it is critical to respect this venue and our commencement exercises. We have spent the last 4 years as a school preparing our students to be artists, performers, and respectful audience members. Screaming and other forms of unruly behavior simply aren't appropriate for this occasion and may result in delays in the ceremony or removal from the venue. However, we definitely encourage spectator applause in support of our graduates, performing groups, and artists this evening. Please help us make this event one of distinction in the memories of our seniors and those that are here supporting them tonight. As I close, I have a special note of thanks to these graduates here assembled. It has been an honor and a privilege to work alongside of you and support you in your artistic and academic endeavors these past 4 years. We have been through a lot together. I am so pleased that you are the class that adopted and were the model for our new mission statement. As Dallas's revolutionary high school for 21st century scholar artists, we provide intensive, integrated training to build a bridge to the post-secondary and professional world. You are creative revolutionaries. You are scholar and citizen artists, and you will blaze a trail as you cross that bridge to the post-secondary and professional world. I can't wait to see what you will accomplish in your lives. In just a few moments, you will transition from student to alumnus and forever be a part of the tapestry that is Booker T. Please celebrate your status as an alumnus of this institution and commit yourself to coming back and sharing your life experience and artistic passions from time to time, crossing back over that bridge to inspire those generation of Pegasi that will follow you. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations and best wishes to all of you. We are so fortunate to have with us this evening a longtime supporter and friend of Booker T. Washington HSPVA. She works tirelessly to support our efforts and all of the students and teachers in District 9. She is a member of our Booker T family, always there to lend a hand or to show support. Please join me in welcoming our trustee, Ms. Bernadette Nuttall.
Booker T. Washington graduates of 2018. All the places you'll go and all the places you are going. Today is your day, graduation day. And you are young, wild, and free, and things are coming to an end, and the start of new beginnings begin. You're off and away. You are on your way up. You're going to see great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the young man and young guy or woman who decide where to go. Thinking of your master plan, college, a job, some hard work with your hands. A degree, a job, or some work with your hands, Booker T, is important. That much is clear, but that's not the only thing you need to know, my dear. Today, Booker T, walk with pride with your graduation hat by streaking, "I did that," on Snapchat. Live your life like it's golden is what you should do. But first, before you go, here are a few things you can't filter that you must know. The first is A, Booker T, for attitude. That's an important quality that a person can alter his or her life by simply altering his or her attitude. Because how you start your day is how your day would be. With positivity, it's up to you and me. B is for always, Booker T, believing in yourself. You're the one who has the last word on whether you succeed or fail. You have to hurt in order to know, fall in order to grow, lose in order to gain, because most of life lessons are learned in pain. And let's not forget C for character. Someone once said that character is who you are when no one is looking. Now, Booker T, it's up to you to shape who you are and who you will become through the decisions you make when no one is looking. It's up to you to always seek, Booker T, the high road of honesty, integrity, fairness, and always compassion towards others. And the last one, don't forget D. Booker T, you must always be dripping in determination. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that you reach in life, but by the obstacles which you have to overcome while trying to succeed. Today, anything seems possible, but because you got a dream like you never seen obstacles. But there will be days ahead when nothing seems possible. Booker T, on those days, you must reach deep within and find determination to continue on. You must reach deep within and find courage to always fight for your dreams. Fight for what you know you can be, and you know what? You will be. Don't give up, give out, or give in. Just continue to give all of your very best. Pull determination out of your bag and keep pushing forward. People who get things done never give up. When they fall, they observe, learn, and get up. They make adjustments, not excuses. Booker T, there's more about life that you'll learn as you go. Because you know what? Figuring things out on your own helps you grow. My message to you is today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off in a way. And you know what, Booker T? You will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Booker T. Washington graduates of 2018, sing a song, dance a dance, be an actor if you wish, paint a picture that all dreamers can pursue. You'll move mountains. The world is waiting, Booker T, so get on your way, and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Nicholas Godfrey, and I am the president of the National Honor Society. As all of you know, Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts is no ordinary high school. We don't do anything like any other school would do it. So why would our graduation be any different? We have elected to do our commencement speech in our own way. At any other graduation, someone would get up here and deliver it. However, years and years ago, students decided that they wanted to do the commencement speech themselves as a performance from each of the clusters. Yes, I can say clusters because they weren't called conservatories back then. So tonight, we are going to continue that tradition. You will see a performance from each of the 4 conservatories that serves as a representation of how we feel about our time growing here at Booker T, as well as our future in the world as artist citizens. Here we train artists to become better citizens in society. Not everybody up on this stage is going into the arts. We have political science majors, finance majors, business majors, advertising majors. These students may not be performing on a stage or be featured in a gallery one day, but they will carry their art with them always. They will use their creativity to further their professions as they go off into their work, just as those of us who are continuing in the arts. The respect and work ethic taught by the arts is something that cannot leave the consciousness of anybody up here. The arts are an integral part of the development of the mind, as we have been trained on how to think creatively and how to take responsibility for the things that we do create. There isn't a single person on this stage who hasn't been shaped by this school. We came in as freshmen with bright eyes and moldable minds, and we are coming out together, prepared to take on the next chapter of our lives. Now, many of our plans have totally changed from when we got here. I thought I would just be an actor and absolutely nothing else. Miss Cogdill got up in front of us the first day of school and said that we would find some other area of theater that we loved, and of course I was one of the many of us that said, yeah, maybe for other kids, but that's not me. And while I may still be set on acting as my number one, I'm also a playwright, mime, lighting designer, as well as many other things. This school creates well-rounded artists who don't just pigeonhole themselves. We have been taught to push the boundaries and truly become the creative revolutionaries that we have been tasked with becoming. You can't break the rules until you learn them, and that's how we've been taught here at Booker T. You come in with your freshman level classes, and they try to give you the basis for all the things that you can study here, and then you're set free to explore. You have teachers there to guide you along the way and make sure that you're still getting the discipline you need with the freedom to define yourself. This school has shaped the mind of young artists for over 40 years, and I am proud to be a part of that community. Thank you for being here tonight and supporting us on our journey. At this time, please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Andrew K. Smith.
Good evening, and to quote every graduation speech, song, and movie, we made it! My name is Andrew Keith Smith, and it's an honor to speak to you, not only as the salutatorian, but as a student of Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. Booker T is a dream that so few of us can live out. We are the lucky few. Being accepted into our conservatory is an honor. However, due to the pesky state of Texas graduation requirements, we can't study our art all day. One of the most beautiful things about our school is our balance between art and academics. When I tell people that I go to Booker T, I often get asked the question, do y'all even have academics? But the academic conservatory is just as much at the heart of Booker T as any other cluster. Our academics are the common denominator that unites the four artistic clusters and encourages interdisciplinary collaboration. The academic conservatory helps foster the sense of unity that our school holds in high regard. Our teachers encourage this collaboration and creation. Not many people can say that their calculus teacher runs a film class or that their English teacher helps put on an all-school production. Every single teacher I've had at Booker T has been such an inspiration. They support us both in and outside of the classroom, often staying long hours tutoring students or supporting them in their artistic endeavors. I've seen every one of my teachers at least one performance, and some of them at every single one. Please join me in applauding the teachers that have brought us to this point and made our time here at Booker T so amazing. If not for Booker T. Washington, I'm not exactly sure where I would stand today. Even though my home school has many artistic and scholastic opportunities, I don't believe that there's a better high school in the world for artists. The challenges and complexities of not just music and performance, but all of the art forms cultivate transferable skills such as patience, persistence, leadership, creativity, teamwork, and zest. Music is fundamental to my identity and influences my approach to life. I've learned to fake it till you make it, that everyone feels like an imposter at some point, but also to accept credit where it's due. My academic success is tied to my excellence in the concert hall, and each influence my outlook on life. Seniors, take a breath and look around. This is the last time you will be on stage with this group of people. I'm not saying this to make you sad, but rather to remind you that every moment is fleeting. Standing here on stage, I'm reminded of an old proverb that has stuck with me. This too shall pass. Said to make happy people sad and sad people happy, it reminds us to enjoy every moment that we're a part of, but not to lose our grounding. Nothing will ever be the same again, which is bittersweet, but we must move from where we stand. Enjoy and live in every moment, because you will never experience it again. In a few short weeks, months, or days for some people, we will be scattered around the world, but I hope that the class of 2018's community never dies. I've made some amazing friends here and look forward to seeing each and every one of you fly away and do something amazing. Fly high, Pegasi, and spread love, BT Dub. I look forward to seeing your successes.
happens to a dream deferred?
Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore?
And then run.
Does it stink like rotten meat?
Or crust and sugar over, like a syrupy sweet?
Maybe it just sags. Like a heavy load.
Or does it explode?
Explode.
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 Alexina is dead.
Oh, my child, this goes past all endurance.
Oh, God, I cannot bear my pain.
This child's heart was filled with the love and hope. Everything I've lost lives on in her.
Hector is dead. And Palexina is dead. They now feel no sorrow.
Her wings are spreading. Mary, please don't. Don't, Mary. She's gonna come down. She's walking the beam. She's coming down. Alfonso!
Abuela!
Think of the hundreds of stories we'll create. You and I find your island.
I'll find my island sky.
Find your island.
But whatever we do, it's you and I.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue and so good a continuer.
You always end with a jade's trick. Whenever somebody would ask me where I come from, in the springtime, as far as I could see, magnolia trees, blossoms as white as snow as far as I could see. And I always knew that no matter how far I traveled, like Gretel's breadcrumbs, I'd always be able to find my way back. And that this place would remember me when I was young and innocent.
Signor Florino's silence stimulated me to acquire favor in the eyes of two beauties. And to keep the fable, I began to tell a few lies. And lies, being prolific, bred 1,000.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. Now, to scape the serpent's tongue, we shall make amends ere long.
Thank you for believing in us.
Supporting every quick change in beat.
Every inflection.
Every mumble of superlative diction.
Thank you for understanding our rehearsal schedules.
And our constant necessity for vocal rest. Thank you for all the times you didn't judge us for shouting our monologues in the hallway.
Thank you for learning our lines with us and dealing with our frustration.
Thank you for being a student body that we could count on.
Thank you for being the staff we can count on.
We don't know where this crazy thing called life is taking us, but we're glad to know we have a place we can call home.
And to our strawberry, forever Grace Longcar, we want to thank you for being the shining star that we could always count on. And now let's take a moment to honor the life and legacy of Grace Longcar. Thank you.
Now give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
My story begins in the cotton fields of Texas. My grandma, born to a pair of poor immigrant workers, spent most of her day picking cotton. With every bulb of cotton she picked, our lives began a new cycle. The women in Mi Familia worked to an extraordinary extent to give each generation more opportunities than they were afforded. They owned small businesses, volunteered in local organizations, and raised up the next leaders of tomorrow through the grace of God. It is my family, friends, and God that I have to attest any success that I have received. The work that they have completed under the Texas sun is the same that I do, as I work to shatter glass ceilings for girls of all colors. Courage and perseverance run through my blood. My name is Molly Martinez, and I am the Valedictorian of the Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts class of 2018. And this is my story. His story begins in the home of a loving family that possessed tenacity through any obstacle that came their way. Music buzzed through every bone in his body, starting with the guitar and leading to his true love, cello. His hugs were constantly sought after, and his smile was absolutely infectious. He roasted people when his mouth wasn't full of Raising Cane's and he wasn't speeding down a soccer field. Booker T. Washington was a better school because of him. We were better artists because of him, and I am a better human being because of him. There is no person who embodied what it meant to be an artist more than him. Though his story may have been cut short, his legacy will always live through every ear that heard him and every heart that was touched. His name was Damian Garcia, and this is his story. She was born in Chihuahua City, Chihuahua, Mexico. She grew up in Mexico with her parents and sisters in a very traditional Hispanic family. Fast forward to 2010, she and her family moved to the USA due to a job offer her mother had received. Everything that she had ever known had changed. Her surroundings and overall environment had disappeared. It was no longer the home she had known for so long. Despite all the obstacles she faced throughout her journey, she became the best version of herself. She stands tall and confident, carrying the name of immigrant next to her at all times. She came from a place where she didn't know a single word in English, to graduating from one of the most prestigious high schools in the country. Her name is Melissa Contreras, and this is her story. The best way she can describe her first experience at Booker T was being thrown to the wolves. Her freshman year was filled with tears, stress, self-doubt, and questions. Although it was the most difficult year of high school, it was also the most enlightening. At Booker T, students have the luxury of eating wherever they want during lunch, but every day for her first 2 years, she would sit alone at her locker right outside of Miss Mathis's room. High school was often a lonely place for her up until her junior year, when she had finally made friends with Diana, Damien, Mia, Enrique, and everyone else in her little group. She's always held on to the genuine friends she's made, and she always will. She has failed as much as she's succeeded throughout these past 4 years and has come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared. Though there have been countless times when she was ready to go back to her home school, she pushed through because she knew how blessed she was to be there. Booker T created new foundations from which she built herself back up. Her name is Lauren Sierra, and this is her story. God works in mysterious ways. This student had never heard of Booker T or even contemplated going. It was his second choice, and after being waitlisted for his dream school, Booker T became God's way of saying, I always have your best interest at heart. Even after missing his audition, it was God's will and a second chance that brought him acceptance into the school. It's only now that he realized that when the door closed 4 years ago and this one opened, Booker T would be the journey that brought him close with amazing people, that gave him experiences from which he would learn from and grow, and that ultimately developed him into the man he is today. Deep down, he is so thankful for being able to have gone here. He couldn't have seen himself anywhere else. And though the odds were against him many times, and maybe he shouldn't be sitting here today, he knows it wasn't his own strength or even coincidence, but instead God's plan, and maybe Drake, that got him here today. His name remains anonymous. Every voice in our class matters, and I shared a few of the stories that were given to me. Each story has history. There are generations who came before us, who have prepared us for what lies ahead. We have two options when it comes to history. We can choose to ignore it, or we can choose to accept it. I warn you against ignoring history, as this is when history begins to repeat itself. There is no erasing history, so it doesn't help to ignore the lessons learned. The acceptance of history does not mean you allow it to continue as is. Rather, you accept what has occurred and you decide to either change it or continue it. You can change it for the better, or you can continue the progress that has been made. Now you are the author of history. At this moment, we stand at a crossroads. Behind us lies all the poignant memories we have made, and before us lies the future. Booker T. Washington, HSPVA, has transformed each and every one of us into scholar artists. Our teachers have played such an influential role in each student graduating tonight, and our success is thanks to them. The faculty went above and beyond to invest in us. At this school, we have been taught that we are more than what an application or an audition may say, but rather we cannot be defined. We have gifts and talents, and it is our responsibility to share them with the world. Our art can transform and change the world around us. Our shared experiences are what unify us. Our class has experienced tragic loss and magnificent accomplishments. The vibrance and electricity of innovation that flows through the hallways will forever be ingrained in our minds. The laughter and smiles exchanged across the lunch tables will not be forgotten. The dancing and moshing during lunch jams will remain some of my favorite memories, and I am sure for others as well. The excitement before the opening night of a concert or the rush of people filling our art gallery when it opens is what sustained our sense of accomplishment as artists. Booker T has been the place where we've belonged for the past 4 years, and as we move forward in this journey of life, it will continue to hold a special place in our hearts. As we look forward to the future, we are faced with a myriad of possibilities. Our lives will take very different twists and turns, but as we go, we will never lose our art. Our art is the lifeline that connects us with humanity. Though some of us may not go into paths that are art fields, we will continue to be patrons of the arts. As Paul Baker taught us, as patrons of the arts, we will continue to support the artists of our generation. We will fight for more equal arts education in all areas and opportunities for the artists who come behind us. Most importantly, we will use our talents to make a change in the world. Art is inherently political. It is a direct account of the history that the artist experiences. There is no time that this is more important than now. In a world where we build walls instead of bridges, where the color of your skin can very well endanger your life, and more than 215,000 students have experienced gun violence at school since Columbine, we must take a stand. Our generation will no longer be silent against the injustices of today. We must use our voice and our art to speak up for each individual cause we choose to take up. This way, the legacy that we build lives for generations to come. As I close, I leave you with the quote on our announcements. There is nothing more truly artistic than to love people, Vincent van Gogh. I charge you, class of 2018, to love every fiber of your being. This love begins with you. Love the unique characteristics about yourself. Learn to accept yourself. Then share this love with others. Allow love to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Let love create a sense of empathy and resilience that will change lives. This is how the world is transformed. Thank you, class of 2018, for growing and evolving together. Thank you for the memories we will never forget. Here's to the bright future ahead of each and every one of you. Choose love above all else. Thank you.
As principal of Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, I hereby affirm that each candidate has met all requirements for graduation as determined by the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District, and they are qualified to receive their diplomas, or they are otherwise qualified to participate in this graduation ceremony consistent with the laws of the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District.
By the authority vested in me by the Texas Education Agency as superintendent of the Dallas Independent School District, I am pleased and proud to confirm the certification of the 2018 graduating class of Booker T. Washington, the School for the Visual and Performing Arts. Congratulations.
As the trustee of District 9, I'm pleased to award these diplomas certifying that these students are graduates of the Dallas Independent School District.
"18 years. You thought there'd be enough time to teach them everything. But now you're wondering, have you taught them the importance of fiscal responsibility? Have you taught them how to make nutritious meals out of ramen noodles? Do they understand the importance of stranger danger? Today is a bittersweet day. For them, they've spent it looking ahead. For parents, you've spent at least part of the day looking backwards, looking back to the day that they were born, when you were holding them and counting tiny fingers and toes and praying that they would be healthy, hoping that they'd be happy. And you whispered a name to the universe. Today, we ask a gift, that you allow every parent in this room to hear their child's name. Please don't yell or scream. I love you, boo-boo. Boo-boo was mine, sorry. They know you're here. They feel your love. The time will come, whether it's next week or next year or 20 years from now, when they are lost and alone and are afraid that they're about to make the biggest mistake of their life or already have. They'll hear your voice calling their name across time and space because they carry you with them. They carry your love. They carry your support. Today, we celebrate them all. The ones who have sailed through 18 years, 12 years in school, accumulating honors and accolades. We celebrate those who have hit major road bumps along the way. We celebrate those who are graduating by the skin of their teeth through grit and determination and your support and love. We celebrate them all, and they're here. Samuel Alviso. Claudia Elizabeth Anthony. Lincoln Hayes Anthony. Isabel Nicole Banoski. Ava Blankemeyer. Tynes William Bonner. Ethan James Bowman. Kaylin Michelle Bradley. Bianca Marlene Brock. Hannah Simone Brown. Teshaniah Katara Brown. Olivia Grace Brown. Erica Rochelle Burkett. Imani Sheree Butler. Moises Campos. Kennedy Alexa Cannon. Alexander George Canwright. Maxwell James Capper. John Fitzpatrick Cavalier. James Connor Chase. Scarlett Fiorella Samillo. Connor Ryan Coleman. Melissa Andrea Contreras Castorena. Bennett Wolf Copley. Ava Rose Cosentino. Cameron Elizabeth Cothran. Dejan Zadel Crow. Uriel Giovanni Cruz. James Gordon Page Daniels. Alexis Ann Davidson. Emily Grace Davis. Vanessa de Hoyos Hernandez. Brittany Marie Delpay. Gerald Liddell Denson, Jr. Isabella Marie DeFazio. Chase Miller Domke. Chaslyn Hall Donovan. Elizabeth Mary Drake. Sophia Camille Dubard. Willow Raven Dubose. Lily Harper Edwards. Emma Vivian Eveting. Kaisha Lauren Eichelberger. Cameron Marshall Eisenberg. Madeline Chan Oath. Kiara Ivelisse Esteves Negron. Keely Hope Everett. Sophiana Jeanette Everett. Alexis Ray Farrell. Chrislyn Meadow Faison. Roman Keenan Fadak. Catherine Lathan Fian. Leanne Fisher. Angelique Marie Flores. Catherine Flores Vergara. Shelby Lynn Flowers. Rachel Kelly Forster. Carice Dorian Frizzell. Angie M. Fuentes. Emma Grace Gossonier. Beckett Ann Galloway Chapa. Sitlali Maribel Garcia. Osvaldo Damian Garcia. treasure them all. Victoria Madison Garza. Jada Rose Gurman. Victoria Lee Gilchrist. Taylor Nicole Gilkey. Robert Gilliam. Olivia Grace Gillis. Nicholas James Godfrey. Wells Ann Getzman. Emerald LeRae Mystique Grant. Amari Nashay Green. Haley Noel Gribben. Madeline Rain Hanratty. Allie Lorraine Hawkins. Mia Marie Heber. Mary Taylor Hennings. Alejandra Hernandez. Michaela Mariana Hicks. Ariane Darnell Hobbs. Liana Jade Hodges. Alexander Lewis Houston. Kennedy Page Huff. Tiny Jetague. Andreas Ian Yan. Shara Jade Jayaraja. Xavier Drew Jimenez. Jasper Arseniev Johnson. Keandra Nicole Johnson. Cassidy Louise Jones. Kai Devin Jones. Willow Hope Kasich. Liza Jane Kay. Lily Christine Keith. Carson Diane Kennedy. Claylia Noel Kirkman. Caroline Taylor Kincaid. Riley Noel Klemaszewski. Michaela Quinn Langford Dick. Delaney Cherney Laughlin. Cara Rose Lawson. Rachel Haun Lee. Sailor Rose Lay. Shelby Elizabeth Linker. Jillian Danielle Lanier. Carlos Astrubal Lira. Luz Maria del Carmen Lopez Perez. Teresita de Jesus Lopez. Eleni Sojourner Loving. Tristan Calise Manus. Molly Maria Martinez. L'Oreal Arkea Mathis. Aaron Francis Macalon. Kivondre Bouchon McKinney. Marissa Suzanne Medlenka. Ariana Hope Medrano. Ryan Medrano. Jared Scott Menzel. Enrique Mesa. Ethan David Miner. Anthony Dwayne Minter II. Molly Virginia Mitchell. Jalen Jamal Mobley. Chet Chet Henry Monday. Joaquin Ray Moore. Elise April Morrow. Lydia Jane Moss. Conlon Nielsen Naveen. Hannah Bernadette Negrete. Michael Sam Nestor. Brennan Michael Nichols. Sebastian Mario Nino. Gabriela Marisol Noriega. Madeline Page Northcutt Wiley. Kennedy Marie O'Kelly. Joseph Gunnar Ozuna. Jada Michaela Parrish. Clarissa Suzanne Patton. Maya Anna Marie Pearson. Kelly Marie Pennington. Hector Balam Perez. Melanie Rose Peterman. Skylar Gabrielle Fan. Claire Mina Plumley. Tennyson McKay Porter. James Lawrence Prager. Emir Massa Price. Peyton Nicole Mei-Ling Primer. Luke Oliver Qualls. Paul Kendall Radke. Sierra Vivian Ray. Carolina Reyes. Joshua Jacob Reyes. Victoria Maricela Rhodes. Elizabeth Henry Roberts. Zoe Alice Roberts. Jasmine de Lourdes Rodriguez. Mila Allen Rolston. Sarah Marie Romack. Raymond Rubio Jr. Danielle Rain Rush. Fernanda Jabe Sandoval. Jolie Renee Schilling. Abby Drew Schmidt. Caitlin Laney Scott. Finn Eliezer Siegel. Daniela Segovia. Madeline Ann Selby. Emily Lizette Sessler. Lauren Michaela Schaefer. Julie Nicole Schilling. Madeline Mergahen Seidel. Lauren Ariana Sierra. Sydney Rose Sims. Caitlin Ann Simonton. Kaylee Reagan Schmrud. Every year there's one that I screw up. My apologies wherever you are. I'm sorry. Andrew Keith Smith. Andrew Werner Smith. Desiree Shantae Smith. Morgan Triana Smith. Ariana Celise Sotero. Sierra Wright Stead. Alexis Nicole Stevens. Devin Simone Stearns. Elizabeth Liana Strain. Taja Marie Stroud. Emily Janelle Stuhler. Terrence Jean Suber III. Anthony Paul Swanson. Matthew David Taylor. Madison Taylor Thaley. Miles J. Thomas. Tarodisha Barbranice Thomas. Alora Renee Thompson. Demetra Carrie Postolos Tomasidis. Gabriela Nicole Torres. Vanessa Denise Turner. Exine Felice Alicia Navarrete Vandenberg. Alexander Vargas. Peter Logan Vasquez. Angel Omar Vasquez. Benjamin Vasquez.
That's Benjamin Vega.
I'm sorry. Vega family, I have not rebaptized your child. Benjamin Vega. Benjamin Aaron Villasenor. Isabel Maria Wagoner. Abigail Sue Walker. Hillary Grayson Walker. Ariel Ivana Wallace. Delane Elise Walton. Nicholas Dwayne Watson. Justin Matthew Weed. Carrington Mackenzie Wiggum. Mattie Mei-Ling Noel Whistler. Monica Nicole Whitaker. Alexis Carey Williams. Nia Monet Williams. Jacob Dante Windler. Hannah Catherine Winkler. Lily Magdalena Wooford. Avery Ruth Yass. Hannah Elizabeth Young. Salvatore Vincenzo Zanelli. Matthew Jacob Zapata. Diana Sofia Zavala. Thank you, parents. Show the love.
This is so awesome. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Demi Tomasides, and I had the absolute privilege of being student council president this year. If I were the queen for just one day, then with college tuition, I would do away. If I were the queen for just 1 hour, I'd give every person in this room ultimate creative power. If I were the queen for just this time, I'd give a bomb graduation speech, and I'd do it in rhyme. But since I'm just me, standing here on my own, I'll do what I can to capture how much we have grown. Some things will never leave us, and friends, that much is true. I've learned so much about myself from sharing the past 4 years with you. Think of it, the insight of a self-portrait, confidence in singing opera through the halls, the strength of leaping high through the air, and the dedication of monologuing to the walls. From Woodstock to lunch jams and that first doomed ska luck, to our beloved school song that we'll always be able to pick up, to the Booker T hand clap that never resurfaced again, to those final weeks of school that we thought would never end. We are artists and thinkers and leaders and friends. We have passions and desires and dreams with no end. For 4 years, we have worked and worked and worked as a team. We are Booker T. Washington's class of 2018. But we would not be graduating now without the ones that we love, whether they're here, live streaming, or watching from above. So thank you to all who helped us achieve. Thank you for never, ever ceasing to believe. To our friends that were there when we didn't get the part, who stood right by our side as we vulnerably showcased our art. To our wonderful teachers that taught us all that we know. You taught us to learn, you taught us to grow. To the donors and administrators of our fine school, to the officers and janitors that made our days rule, to the history of Booker T and the rights that it stands for, let us emulate the strength of those that first walked through that door. To our Booker T family and angels too, to Damien and Grace, who we will always live through. To our parents who drove us before they lent us their car, who came early and stayed late so we could come this far. To them we say thank you, although we probably turned you gray. As much as this moment is ours, today is your day. So thank you to everyone for all you've helped us do and see. Class of 2018, look around. This is our Booker T family. So, if I were the queen for just this moment, I'd say I love you and make sure that you know it. Thank you. Okay. In conclusion, watch out world, here comes our start. We are creators and thinkers and leaders, and we will give with our whole art. Thank you. Graduates of 2018, please stand. Well, yes. Well, friends, we did it. That's that. Please join me in moving the tassels to the left side of your graduation hat. You are now officially graduates of Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. And graduates, please remain standing for a special presentation of our school song.
All people have a splendor they can share. They can. And dreams must follow a clear path. A school for artists has that certain
this time, I would like to ask the audience to stand as the class of 2018 sings our school song. If you'll please rise.